The imbalanced diet, and particularly in young people, the sedentary lifestyle, the stress, the urbanization and mechanization, the alcohol intake, the smoking. So multiple factors here. But our body is a fertile ground for diabetes. Why fertile? We start the day from the morning. So morning, very few people are getting up early and doing the physical activity. The breakfast is all wrong. So plenty of carbohydrates in the breakfast and less of protein and less of fruits and vegetables. During the day, mostly it is a sitting job, sedentary job. And the lunch is either at the workplace, most of it is junk food. And whatever is taken from home is also junk, because they will wrap parathas and so on in the tiffin. So during the day is also wrong. In the evening, once a person comes back, a typical Delhiite will not do any physical activity. He will switch on the TV and will start seeing that. And maybe a couple of packs of alcohol. So you can see the day, how it goes. And possibly it is much more over the weekend. Very few people stick to discipline, exercise and right kind of food during the week time. Diabetes has increased exponentially over the last 30 years or so. And if we take 1975 data, it was only 1 to 2% in major cities. And now it is ranging from 20 to 25% in major cities like Delhi or Mumbai. Now what has caused this? There are multiple factors. Most of them are related to lifestyle. The imbalanced diet, and particularly in young people, the sedentary lifestyle, the stress, the urbanization and mechanization, the alcohol intake, the smoking. So multiple factors here. But these factors do not always cause so much more increase in diabetes in every population. So is there something special about Indian population? But our body is a fertile ground for diabetes. Why fertile? Now what has happened over a period of time? We have faced famine and our bodies were not getting enough food. So body tried to preserve energy in the form of fat, because fat is the best form of energy. Tomorrow if you don't get food, then this is the form of energy they will utilize, the body will utilize. Over which now excess energy has occurred. The body is not tuned to excess energy at all. It is not able to withstand excess energy and low levels of physical activity, and the sugar starts increasing. In terms of number, we have the second highest number in the world. In terms of percentage, how many people out of 100 are diabetic, we are still far behind. Here, what is happening is, in Delhi, it is 20 to 25%. But you go 400 kilometers from Delhi in Rajasthan or maybe deep in Bihar, their diabetes is very low. Obesity is very low. Typically rural area, all these things are very low. Typically urban area, it is very high. And somewhere in between are the grey zones, suburban areas, where it is rising, increasing. When the highest socioeconomic strata had the highest diabetes. So they were affluent, they were highest amount of diabetes found there. But then this particular socioeconomic strata started becoming more aware of what to eat, which is the best oil. They can afford treadmills, they can afford any gym. So they become more aware, they become better. So diabetes possibly declined or straightened off. It is the middle and low socioeconomic strata who are totally unaware. They may not be very rich, but no richer. So they can buy many of the ready-to-eat food, or they can order food. Fried food, kachori, paratha remains the same. And so combination of factors has put them into the bracket which is of diabetes, which is going higher and higher. So for example, let's say ghee. The popular misconception that ghee is very good. Ghee is not good. It's energy dense, as well as there's a lot of the cholesterol value in the ghee is very, very high. So these are something which are connected to us in an emotional manner. So these popular misconceptions, the type of calories, the type of oil being used, less intake of fruits and vegetables, more intake of carbohydrates, all these are wrong. I would tell my patients that at least 250 to 300 minutes per week of moderately active exercise, aerobic exercise. So either you're walking or you're swimming or something like that. 250, 300 minutes per week. If they are doing so, or anything extra, they are going to be in better metabolic zone. Otherwise not. So 150 minutes, which is the overall world guideline for physical activity, is not applicable for it. So either you're doing physical activity by minutes or you're doing by steps. If you're doing by steps, around 7,000 to 10,000 steps per day. Second thing is the lowering of carbohydrate during the day. Now we eat typically 60% or 70% of our diet is carbohydrate, mostly in form of either rice or rotis and so on. I would say you have roti, decrease rice to almost half, which will decrease carbohydrate intake by 10% or so, and then increase your protein. Our protein intake is very low because most of us are vegetarians, and vegetarian proteins are not very good source of protein also. And as far as fat is concerned, the best kind of fat. Now out of fat, the oil that we use, you have to stop vanaspati, you have to stop ghee, whatever solidified in a slightly cold temperature, you have to stop that. And best oils are high monounsaturated fatty acid oil like olive or mustard oil, which are very good. If we do a little bit of changes here, our bodies will go a long way, a healthy way. Number one is the sugar sweetened beverages. And I would say in the youngsters or elders, you should not take at all. There's not even a possibility of half a glass. Second is sugar. The pure white sugar is limited to less than around 4 to 5 teaspoonful a day. And if you are diabetic, less than 1 teaspoonful a day. Then third is carbohydrate. Any form of carbohydrate has to be cut. Fourth is right kind of oil. We have already given you right kind of oil. And fifth is at least 3 to 5 servings of the green vegetables, salads and fruits. If you're doing these 5 things right, most of the things will fall into the place as far as your body's metabolism is concerned.